Tell me about
About being a single mom. I can talk about being a single mom all day. Being a single mom, it can be stressful and it sucks. Or when they won't listen to me, or when we're in a huge argument and we're fighting with each other, and I just am at my wits' end and I'm tired, I'm exhausted because not only am I working a full time job, I also do ministry stuff, and then I have kids that want to buck the system and uh try to get me up out of my out of myself, you know? Um, and it just, I know that being a single parent, it's hard, whether you're a male raising kids and you're a single parent or a female raising kids, trying to make it through life with all the struggles and say you only have one car and you got to be at work and then your car breaks down. And then you have to also get the kids to school, make it to work on time. What are you going to do? You know, and in those situations, you have to really truly have friends that you can also lean on that can help you, walk through some of these things. And whenever you have friends that are bad friends that all they want to do is come around and party, you can't depend on those guys, you know? So I've learned to revamp even my friend group. The ones that I can call on and say, "Hey, my car broke down. I don't know how I'm going to get to work. I'm freaking out. Like A, B, C, and D is happening right now, and the kids are acting up, and I just want to pull my hair out. I don't know what else to do. I just give up, you know? And then I have to go back and I have to ask God, like, you got to help me out, man. I can't do this on my own. There was a time where like literally my car broke down. My dad was in California, his car broke down, and I'm working two jobs trying to support these kids to make ends meet. And I'm like, I can't make it to either job. And I'm freaking out. I'm crying. I'm like, do you not see me, Lord? Do you not see me? Do you not see what I do? And you're just gonna leave me hanging? He ended up showing up for me because some people from my church, they were like, "Hey, how can we help you out? How can we figure out this car situation?" Um, I thought it was a fuel pump. That's what it sounded like to me. It wasn't the fuel pump, and I will get into that here in a minute because I would feel really stupid after all after all the money went out for it. But what was nuts was literally I had a friend from Chicago who's calling me, and this is the first time I ever heard this woman's voice ever, just I mean, she just out of the blue, she FaceTimes me and it's late at night and I'm just like I've given up because I don't know what else to do. And she says to me, "You need to know that God hears you. He sees you." And that just, I mean, broke me. Whenever God works in those ways, it completely broke me. Because I was like, He really does hear me. He really is going to work this situation out for me. So after getting my dad's car fixed the following week and then trying to get things situated with my own life, with my own vehicle, come to find out it wasn't the fuel pump, it wasn't this other thing that was wrong with it. It just needed the filter change. The air intake filter. $14.99. That's all it was. $14.99. I was like, "Are you serious?"
it.
Exactly. It sucked. But I got through it. He got me through that, and I was like, "Okay." But because he had gotten me through that, like literally I felt like it just worked something in me to just take my hands off of everything and like truly truly trust him because I had, I mean, I can't do this alone. I just can't. I look back now in my walk, I don't know how anybody could survive without God. Just because of the things that He's pulled me from, not just death. Like, I mean, even in my sobriety, You know, I faced death multiple times. So I know obviously the enemy is tries to take me out, just like he tried to take me out when I was in my addiction. Here we are again. But all that's doing is just fueling me inside to fight back even harder. So um but just, you know, there sometimes we're stuck, us women are stuck in situations that are unforeseen, you know, and we may have like praying mamas or praying grandmas, you know, and if it wasn't for their prayers for us to be able to make it and to lead our children uh, to Christ and through situations, because they're watching what we're doing, you know, because whenever they get older, they're going to go through the same things. Possibly, hopefully, they'll be better. It'll be a generation that's better, you know, especially we're praying over our generation, you know, blessings over our generation. Um, but it's also taking that wisdom of maybe I shouldn't be spending this money on the things that I want when I know that the money needs to go to the things that maybe my kids need, or there, I mean, there's just a numerous things that, you know, we have to seek guidance on, and that's part of being a woman of wisdom, not being frugal, you know, not just going out whenever we want just because we want to go out to the bar or go out to the club or go find a man. I've been in those situations, and all they did was lead me into a worse situation. And I'm thankful that I have the wisdom today to know that, you know, because when you're lonely, you're willing to seek out the wrong things for yourself. And then you go and put your kids through that. And that's not fair. I really try to keep that after going through the marriage that I went through. I really try to keep that, you know, away, you know, because my kids don't deserve that. They deserve the best of me, and they also deserve the best in life because that will help them succeed. But I can't do any of that without God. So Deborah was an unlikely woman like myself who has wisdom. And like I said, you know, throughout all these years, you know, I've been able to gain wisdom. God blessed her with wisdom. She wasn't just a prophet or a judge, she was also a warrior. And with that, that's where I feel like I'm at in my life is not only, not only do I have the wisdom, because people come to me, they come and they seek wisdom from me. Hey, I have a situation. What do you think about this? Or this is what's going on. I don't quite understand this, and I can walk them through it. You know, there are situations where I do judge, you know, situations. I'm not an actual judge, but that's also another little gift, you know, that I've been given. On top of being a warrior, fighting spiritually over my kids, over my life, over my finances. Like we can get down